It's time for qualifying here at the Jeddah Corney Street Circuit, where we are about to decide pole position and looking to see if anyone can stop McLaren from taking yet another pole and another win this weekend. It's round 5 of 2025. Pierre Gasly in the Alpine, who was quickest in FP1, is rounding the final corner as Yuki Tsunoda, his former teammate, goes 5th fastest. Gasly then across the line for Alpine. Where does he go? 9th fastest, and at the moment into Q2. Ollie Bearman crosses the line. He's through at the moment as he goes 10th fastest. The man who made his Formula 1 debut here with Ferrari 1 year ago, replacing Carlos Sainz when he had appendicitis, and Bearman scoring a 7th place finish on his Formula 1 debut last year. He is driving for Haas this time a year later, and at the moment on course for Q2. Here is Lewis Hamilton in the Ferrari, coming round the final corner. He just didn't have the pace so far this weekend as Lewis. He's looking to see if he can get himself safely into Q2. Hamilton crosses the line, 6/10 down on the fastest time, but 9th fastest, enough for Hamilton. Oh, Alex Albon just tapping the wall there on his left-hand side, but luckily no suspension damage for the Williams driver, and he comfortably gets himself through in 6th fastest.
Hit the wall pretty hard, edge of turn 16 on the left-hand side.
So Doohan is out along with Stroll, Hulkenberg, Ocon and Bortoleto, who had a spin at turns 1 and 2. He is out, and Verstappen, who saw the incident of Bortoleto, ended up fastest. Here comes Isaac Hadjar, looking to get himself into Q3. Here comes the Racing Bulls across the line now, and he doesn't do it. He misses out. 11th fastest for Isaac Hadjar. On board with Liam Lawson, his teammate. Can he get himself into Q3? Yes, he can. By 400ths of a second, Lawson is through at the moment. Hamilton crosses the line, goes 8th fastest, pushes Lawson out of qualifying. Albon's back in the pits, and he's actually in trouble here as Gasly crosses the line, goes 8th fastest. Alex Albon is now the driver at risk, and he's in the pits. Albon could find himself out here. Here comes Fernando Alonso in the Aston Martin. Can he get himself into Q3? No. 13th fastest for the most experienced driver on the grid. Here's Yuki Tsunoda in the Red Bull. Can he get into Q3? Yes, he can. 7th fastest for Yuki Tsunoda. Alex Albon is out of qualifying. So Albon, Lawson, Alonso, Hadjar and Bearman are out in Q2, and it's very tight at the top with Verstappen and the McLarens. Yellow flag is out in behind Oscar Piastri. Go fastest. That's Lando Norris. He's in the wall. Lando Norris, the championship leader, has gone into the wall, and he is out of qualifying as Piastri goes fastest. But Lando Norris, the championship leader, his point is okay, but he's in the wall and out of qualifying. Norris will start 10th. Let's see what happened on board with him. Oh, he just got on the curb and had understeer and slamming into the barriers, and that is Lando Norris out of qualifying, and he will start 10th for this Grand Prix. Crucial in the championship for Lando Norris. Not good for the championship leader, the man who won the opening race of the year. Lando has crashed, and he is out of qualifying. Oh dear.
Are you okay? Yeah, all good. Idiot.
And he's blaming himself for that incident. What a shame for Lando Norris. And Max Verstappen can see Lando Norris, and he'll be like, wow, that will help me in the championship.
He's alright, yeah?
I believe, yeah. He's indicated he's okay, yeah.
No, that's it. The wall exit turn 5. Is he alright? Yes, he's okay.
Here we go then. Max Verstappen, in his first of 2 runs, comes across the line. Is this enough to put him on pole position? It is by 1,000th of a second. My oh my, Max Verstappen narrowly, slightly, and just took pole away from Piastri. What a lap for Verstappen. Is Suzuka all over again, where he takes pole position out of nowhere. George Russell, fastest in the first sector. Is this going to put him on pole position at the moment? George Russell crosses the line, and he puts his Mercedes onto provisional pole by a 10th and a half. Here's Oscar Piastri, fastest in the first sector. the man who has a possible chance to lead the World Championship at the end of this weekend. He's quickest in the first sector. What about his middle sector? Is he quick in the middle sector? No, he's down on Russell. He's down on Russell. He needs a super final sector if he wants to take pole. But look at Max Verstappen way up in the first sector. Watch out for the Dutchman in the Red Bull. He's not out of this fight for pole. Here comes Oscar Piastri then. Out of turn 27 for the final time. Is this enough to put the Australian onto pole? Here comes Oscar Piastri. Can he take pole away from George Russell? He can! By a tenth of a second, Oscar Piastri is at the moment on pole position. But here comes Max Verstappen, half a tenth up on Piastri in the middle sector. He's lost time in the middle sector. He needs a super final sector if he wants to take pole. Max Verstappen has been on pole here last year, hasn't been on pole before last year, looking to make it back-to-back poles here in Jeddah. The man who took a shocking pole in Suzuka might do the same tonight here in Jeddah. Verstappen crossing the line, and he's done it! By a hundredth of a second, Max Verstappen has taken his second pole of 2025, and the reigning world champion will start at the front for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix by 10 milliseconds from Oscar Piastri.
Yeah, that's pole position.
Oh, yes! Oh my God, guys. Simply lovely, that. Yes, I'm very happy with that. Well done, everyone. Well done. The car in the night.
Max Verstappen taking pole position for the second time this year. He will start on pole for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix with Oscar Piastri alongside him. Championship leader Lando Norris after the crash down in 10th. This is going to be a thrilling race tomorrow night. Can't wait to see if Verstappen can fend off the McLarens and hopefully take over the lead of the championship at the end of tomorrow. But it's Verstappen on pole with Piastri alongside him. Can't wait for the race.